Am I in focus? I don't know. Whole new setup. Don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, hi guys, hang on. There's no point in me wearing them because there's just gonna be a massive glare and nobody wants to see that, quite honestly. Yeah, hi. Anyway, weird intro. Hey guys, hope you're all doing very well. In today's video, I'm finally getting round to reviewing and trying out the Bic Bodymark temporary tattoo marker. A lot of you guys have tagged me in these in the past couple of months or so. It took a while for them to come over here in the UK. I finally got them on Amazon a few weeks ago. Let's see how much I paid for them. I know it was quite a ridiculous amount of money, in my opinion. Whether these work or not, to be honest with you, I feel like they're quite expensive. I feel like they might be a little bit cheaper in the US. So for 8 Bodymark pens, or yeah, no, sorry, temporary tattoo markers, $25.99 for 8 pens, which per pen is, if I get my calculator, because I can't work that out, absolutely not, that's not happening. So 25.99 divided by 8 equals, so it's about £3.24 per pen, which, I don't know, I mean, if you're an artsy type of person, I believe that's kind of like a reasonable price, and you can obviously get markers and pens and what have you for a lot more. But yeah, I feel like this is one of these like novelty things, you know, I don't know. Anyway, this was kind of not sponsored, but what's the word I'm looking for, promoted by a very famous tattoo artist. Her name is Miriam. She is actually very talented. She does have a lot of talent, so I'm not going to deny that, but she was kind of the face of it. I'll leave a link down below to her Instagram page. So yeah, what these are meant to be is kind of like a permanent marker, but a bit more safer for your skin, and you're meant to be able to draw like tattoos on you. Elmo is drinking. Okay, so I'm gonna open this up. Oh my god, I can never open anything without being an absolute animal. Oh, I didn't even read the back. I didn't even show you the packaging. Like, this is how much of an animal I am. Yeah. Okay, anyway, it says here on the back, temporary tattoo marker, do not use near eyes or lips. Test a small area of skin before use. Discontinue use in case of redness. Avoid contact with fabrics or other materials. Remove with soap and water. Removal may require several washings to be stored at room temperature. Awesome. And then also on the back here, it says inspiration. There's a few little designs there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. So there's just a few inspiration designs there, you know, should you ever become stuck, and they're just the simple designs. It's not like a tattoo copying situation. So on the back here also, it says there's an expiry of 6 months. What the hell? If I'm spending £26 on some pens, they need to last a lifetime. In fact, they need to wash my dishes. Okay, so let's go through the colours that we've got in this collection. I should have got a bit of paper. Toilet roll, will that do? I don't know if this is gonna work. This might dry it out, to be honest. Oh no. So yeah, this one is a brown colour. No, let's not swatch on toilet paper. Ooh, they stink. That actually smells like paint, like wall paint. I'm not joking. I'm having flashbacks of when I decorated my room last summer in the boiling heat. I'm having flashbacks. That is obnoxious. That cannot be good for your skin. No way. What is in these? It doesn't say what's in them at all. Oh, it does. Hang on. Okay, I'm not even going to pretend that I know what any of that means. If you can see the ingredients just here, very small writing, but yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna do tester things on here. So this is, so that's a brown. I'll show you the whole swatches in a second. There's a green colour. So we've got like the traditional colours, you know, like red, brown, green. There is purple here, which is a very nice purple. There is a light blue, and there is a pink, which is, whoa, neon pink. Again, I can smell them. They smell pretty gross. There's this dark blue. It's like a cobalt blue. I don't know how to say that word. This is grey, I think. Yeah, grey black. Wait, there is no black. That cannot be the black. That is the most weakest black. Oh my god, I'm so pissed. And then there's red. Wow. So there's not even like a proper black. Like if I show you guys, do you see like this here is meant to be the black, I'm guessing, but it looks so grey. I'm not a fan of this at all. I was expecting a pitch black. Pretty much the whole reason why I got this set. I wanted the pitch black, and it's grey, which may make it look actually a bit more realistic if you think about it, because no tattoo ever stays pitch black. It always goes a bit charcoaly over time, so it might make it look a bit more realistic, so I should stop jumping the gun and judging. But the rest of the colours seem fun to me, quite honestly. Yeah, they're just like standard colours. There's no colours that, you know, I was desperate for, apart from, you know, a dark black or whatever, but I would say this is a good choice. Now, you guys know I cannot draw to save my life. I just wasn't blessed with that talent or gene or whatever you want to call it. It's just, I can't. So I'm probably going to draw something on my finger to start off with. And then I have these stencils from that kid's tattoo toy that I played with a while ago, and I kept hold of them. I got rid of the machine thing because I was like, there is no way I'm ever going to use that again, so I got rid of that, but I kept the stencils specifically to try out, you know, these pens with these, because it's just going to make my life so much easier because I cannot draw. I do have a few video ideas to do with these though when it comes to drawing. I feel like if I find like a tutorial on YouTube on like how to draw a simple rose or something, I might do a video following that with these and see if I can make it look good on my skin. Let me know if you want to see that video. It will be a disaster. So I clearly have not cleaned this, but this is obviously my favorite type of tattoo, which is a rose. I love rose tattoos so much, so I definitely want to use that today. And let's just start off though by drawing a simple something on my finger. What should I draw? Let's look at this. Shall I draw a crown? Let's just draw a crown. I don't have a crown on my finger anywhere. I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to show you guys, but let me just quickly, I want to see if these bleed. Because with markers sometimes they spread out on your skin, especially on like hands and stuff. So let me just quickly draw. This does not even, I don't know what this is meant to be, but I'll show you. But yeah, it does very much look like a Sharpie or something. It's just there. And so yeah, you can see obviously this one is the marker. It doesn't look terribly fake or anything, but when you compare it to my other ones, which have obviously settled down, they've been around for a few years on my fingers, they've got that sort of charcoal bluey kind of colour to them compared to this. This just does, yeah, I don't know, it looks a bit odd to be honest. I'm guessing these sort of marker pens are for fun, so it doesn't really have to look really, you know, realistic, but I have high expectations when it comes to stuff like this. I want it to look real, and it's not really hitting my expectations really, so. And it has bled a little bit, not much. You may be able to see, maybe not. Like if you look really up close, you might be able to see like little spider legs. I don't know what else to call it, but when something bleeds, I call it spider legs. In between the cracks of my finger and stuff like that. It's not as messy as what I thought it would be, so that's something. That is one thing. That's a plus so far. It's not so bleedy. Okay, another thing I want to quickly try and do is something disgusting, but I want to see if I can wipe it off with, you know, some spit and... Ooh. Oh no, that is not coming off. Hang on, I'm really scrubbing, because sometimes with pens, if you just, you know, do this, it will just ball up and come off. Oh no, it is starting to ball off. So they come off pretty easily. I was expecting this to be like a 24-hour, 48-hour thing. I mean, obviously if you don't scrub it, then it is gonna last that long. You know, if you don't have a shower or whatever, I would imagine it wouldn't come off so easy. Anyway, let's stop nattering. I haven't got much space on my body to use these, unfortunately. I'm just gonna put this rose on my hand here, and I'm gonna colour it in, so to say. Okay, I'm using a hairband to keep it in place. Okay, so I'm gonna do the rose red. Yeah, let's just go for a classic red, and I'm just gonna colour in these petals here. So it's quite shiny. So it did say to do a patch test, and I don't feel anything weird going on with my finger or anything. Yeah, I'm definitely finding myself having to go over this though, because it is so patchy. I think a good thing with these though, they are very wet. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm gonna see it as a good thing, because because they're easy to work with, I guess. It's not like I'm having to really scrub, but they are coming out quite patchy. So you have to give it a good going over. Okay, let's see how good and or bad that has turned out. So if I just peel that off, oh my good God. that is, oh no, that is not good at all. And yeah, it's very messy and it's very smudgy. I think I need to try and maybe draw something myself again to test this instead of using a stencil, because the stencil has really screwed me over. I don't know whether I smudged it, moved the stencil, I don't know. Like I was saying, they are quite wet, so you have to like let them dry and stuff. I want to see if this comes off with a baby wipe. 2 secs. Okay, so I've just got some regular baby wipes, nothing special going on here, straight out of the packet. Let's just see if these are like ooh, oh wow. So yeah, if you want to get these for children, adult supervision at all times, because you can just imagine the chaos that these create. Like, it is eventually coming off, but can you imagine this all over like your walls and stuff if you gave this to children? Holy shit. Okay, yeah, there is a lot of scrubbing involved when it comes to getting these off, but again, they do come off. It's nothing horrific. I mean, I'm making my hand pretty dang red by trying to get these off, so that's not fun in all honesty. But okay, I quickly want to see how it reacts to the inner, what do you call this, my inner elbow area, yeah, like the crease of my arm, to see if, you know, moving it about and stuff makes it spread or anything, or makes it smudge, because like I was saying, they are quite wet. So if you were doing this for like a festival or a kids party, you know, everyone's in a rush in those situations, especially children. Like, they don't sit still for the most part unless you give them something to eat or something to play with. I don't know, don't have children. But you know what they're like they're always moving. So if you was to do something, you know, on a place that is moving quite a bit, like a wrist, you don't want all your hard work to be undone. So I want to see if they can stand, you know, like an elbow crease or something. I don't know if you're going to be able to see what the heck I'm doing, but I'm just going to do a love heart. Again, I cannot draw, so ignore it. But let me see if I can just do a heart here. Might do an arrow as well in a minute. Let's actually try something. You're quite far away, so I don't know if you'll be able to see, but this is, they are very patchy. They are very, you know, like Sharpies, to be honest with you. The thing I could see these being a good idea for, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be hygienic because they do smell very, very chemically, so I don't know if this is a good idea, but if you're like a tattoo apprentice or something, you can, you know, practice, you know, doing freehand on people. I think that'd be good for that kind of thing, because again, you do have quite a few colours here. That is the shittest heart I've ever done in my whole entire life. But I can imagine like these are good for, you know, practicing tattoo artists. Right, let me just do this, see if it smudges. Right, I'm a kid, I'm being annoying, I'm a kid, I'm moving around, I'm undoing everyone's hard work because I'm a kid. Okay, so that just made it patchy, so it didn't smudge, but let's see if I can show you guys how patchy it is. So this is just one go, and I tried to be as even as I possibly could, but it is quite patchy. So I'm just gonna let that dry. See if, you know, going over it is gonna improve the patchiness at all. Going over it again, it's still pretty patchy, which is kind of disappointing, unfortunately. Let's just do an arrow. Let's try and make it look a little decent, she says, not knowing how an arrow actually works. Oh, nobody get a tattoo by me ever. So that's how that was worked out. So let's see if it cracks under the pressure of my elbow crease. Move it around, do a bit of this. Oh, it's like transfer proof, so that's good. So it's definitely fully dry. And they are smudge proof, which is good. Like, there's no smudging going on here. And it's not coming off on my hands either, so that's a big bonus. So once they dry, they definitely dry. So you wouldn't have to worry about transfer on clothes or anything, I would imagine. So that's definitely a big bonus in my opinion. The only thing is, yeah, the patchiness is not the best. And it looks quite shiny as well, but you can always put like some translucent powder over that if that was to bother you. So I think my overall opinions on these honestly is, one, I'm glad they are skin safe. It's better than putting a Sharpie on you or something else that isn't meant for your skin, because that can lead to problems. What those problems are, I don't know, but ink poisoning and stuff like that. So you should be okay with this. They don't feel irritating in any kind of way. I've not had any reactions. They're a little bit of a struggle to get off, but with some perseverance they will come off. I'd imagine if I was to leave this on here, this could probably stay for a few days if I wasn't to wash this area. So if you get like an artistic friend to do something with these pens and you don't want to wash it off because it's a very nice artistic piece, I'm sure you could keep it for a few days if you just avoid washing that area, or just, you know, quickly baby wipe over it, because with one swish of a baby wipe, like if you think in festivals, not everyone can shower in festivals, but you know what festivals are like everyone's stinky and, you know, everyone's just baby wiping everything. So I'd imagine, like, yeah, if just like lightly baby wiping, it's not gonna come off. So that's good for a festival situation, I would say. Again, these are probably going to be a lot more beneficial to people that are artistic. I am not artistic. I cannot draw, as you can see by this really crappy heart on me, and I had to use a stencil, and the crown that I did on my finger was, it was something. So if you're artistic and you're a budding tattoo artist, or, you know, you just want to try a different canvas than paper or digital paper or whatever artists use, then I definitely say these would be a good investment. Like, you could definitely get a lot out of these if you are an artistic person, but if you're not and you struggle with drawing, I don't know if you'd get much use out of these, honestly. It's not something I would obviously use every day, but artistic people, I'd imagine they'd get a lot of use out of these, honestly. So if you have an artistic friend or whatever, I would say that's quite a good gift. Yeah, I'm kind of like 50-50 on this. Like, if you're not gonna get much use out of them, for the price that they are, I'd be like, avoid. But if you're an artistic person, or you're a budding tattoo artist, or you want to practice freehand drawing on someone, if you're a tattoo artist, I'd highly recommend them, quite honestly. But yeah, they are my final thoughts. I've got a couple more video ideas to do with these that I will do in the future. One is following a tutorial online of how to draw a rose or something and try and make it look like a tattoo. It's probably going to be a fail. And I also might actually try using these to colour in this sleeve. That would be quite a fun idea, because I get asked all the time, Lauren, are you ever going to fill that sleeve in? And it's black and grey, like this is how it's meant to look. So I feel like if I was to colour it in, that could be some fun content. Let me know how you feel. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing very, very well, and until my next video, bye.